Hey y'all, it's your girl Angel Queen. This is Angel Queen's Triumph. Welcome, welcome. Well, I have some good news today. I know, you rarely ever hear that. So, let's talk about the good news. I have 3 doctor's appointments set up from the 18th, the 24th, and the 25th. First one, general practitioner. Yes, I get to see my primary care physician, Mr. Watt or Dr. Watt. And then I go see Dr. Kate, and she's a psychiatrist. And then I go see Dr. Lewis, and he is a cardiologist. And from there, I'm hoping that he can get me my Medicaid permanently so that I can continue on seeing those doctors. Now, if it's just not him, I'm also going to ask for my primary care physician to advocate for me and the psych doctor to advocate for me in order for me to continue on with my Medicaid. None of them, from what I can see, are affiliated with Tradition, Cleveland Clinic out here. They could be affiliated with Cleveland Clinic, but either way, they are not from Tradition Hospital that I was in. At least not that I know of. So all new doctors, all new, probably same diagnosis, but all new the diagnosis from them. My primary care physician, Dr. Watt, will be filling my prescriptions, all of them, including my psych meds. So I did my list that I'll take into him. And I also have to take those into the psych doctor, and I have to take them into the cardiologist as well. So I'm good for right now. Now, as far as pulmonary, lungs, I'm not sure whether or not the heart doctor, Dr. Lewis, will address that and refer me to a pulmonariologist. I'm hoping that he will, because that will be the most newest thing that's been going on with me. I'm also going to need some muscle relaxers. I don't need pain meds because I already have 2 huge bottles of Advil PM. But I'm definitely going to need muscle relaxers because the pains in my back and the muscles are extremely tight and very, very uncomfortable. All night I'm flipping and flapping around like a dying fish in that bed. So hopefully I can get that done. Also, I get free transportation to these places. I already called for free transportation to my appointment on the 18th with the primary care physician. And I still have to call for the 24th and the 25th, which I'll do when I get back. Just to make sure that's all done. And I don't have to concern myself with it. I'm just walking from the store back to her place, and I'm probably going to stay in my tent tonight because it's supposed to really rain. Now, we always see this, but we never seem to get anything. See that sky? That's coming towards her now. And we're supposed to get a really good pour down today. It was actually already supposed to start, to be honest. It was supposed to start at 12. But it didn't. Therefore, I was able to make it to the store, and apparently I'm making it back. And this walking, I would have said, is really good for me, except for the fact that it is hurting the hell out of my lower back. I don't have proper shoes or sneakers. That's another thing. I'm going to need to see a foot doctor. So all of that I'm trying to get done by the primary care physician on the 18th for him to refer me to other places outside of what I already referred myself to. So I'm a new patient with all of them. They were all new doctors with me. Fresh start. And I'll be good. It's moving right along thus far. Not to mention, once I get all three of these doctors, like I get a note or a letter or something like that from them on their letterhead, and that I can send to or email to QuickAid. I'll ask them if they can email me, not only give me a paper letter that I'll get copied, but also email me the same letter so that I can email it to QuickAid, email it to Medicaid, email it to Social Security Administration. And that way, I'm covered, basically. So they won't be able to say I don't have a reason to keep my Medicaid at this point. And then, of course, a little time later, I should win my SSI case. Now, outside of all of that kind of stuff happening, this is what's been happening at home. Not very much. I shouldn't say home. This is what's been happening at her place. It's not very much happening, but 2 days in a row, she had to go out to doctor's appointments. And the second time she went to a doctor's appointment, she ran around looking for some clogs. Ended up having to order it for her off of Amazon because she was saying they were out there and they were too expensive. The second day she went out, she also went to look for other things, whatever it was she was looking for. The third day she went out, it was to go get me my slippers, and she bought me Subways. And the reason she bought me Subways, and only me, is because the day she went out on her second visit to the doctors, she and he, my nephew, got some burgers and fries from a non-name place. I don't know what the place was. But when I came into the kitchen to see if she had bought my slippers, mind you, she's replacing slippers I gave her. I'm walking around barefoot in the house. My feet are getting so filthy, which I've never had happen before in my life. When I was in her house for these last 3 years, I walk around all over the place, and not one time did I get a piece of dirt on my feet. That was visible anyway. Now, they look like I walked through mud. So, I told her, can she get me some slippers, some cheap flip-flops, which she got. But, then she ran around in the mall for however many hours looking for slippers that matched the ones I gave her, which I did not ask for. All because she felt guilty of the fact that she went out with him and came back with food and nothing for me. And I had no issues with that. What my issue is her lie. And her lie was, I didn't get you anything because I couldn't call you. You didn't get me anything because you couldn't call me. Let me see. I have a text now. You have that number. I have my government phone. You have that number. And I do believe you know your own house number. 3 phones and you couldn't call me. You have my nephew with you, who also has my number programmed into his phone, whether his phone is on or off. But my number is programmed into his phones, or his phone. And you couldn't call me. Like I said, I wasn't tripping. I already had thawed out my ground turkey to make burgers. That was my ideal. And I had my Arata fries that you use to make waffle fries in the morning. I had that going out. So my plan was already to have burgers and fries. So I didn't trip over it. But the following day, she went out. My nephew was getting a TV, by the way, she paid for it, to replace the one he broke. And she wants to get the one he broke fixed because she said my brother gave it to her and she wants to keep it. So she wants to get that fixed. But she paid for something he broke. And I was like, yeah, well, maybe I'll be paying her later. Who cares? I don't care about that situation at all. My problem was just the lie she told me. You could have called me. It wouldn't have made no never mind to me, though. And it didn't. But she felt guilty because I also noticed her trying to test whether or not I was upset about it. She had went out, like I said, on that first day when she went to her doctor's. they drove by some place that had like a somewhat of an empty lot, and she saw this tree that where the branches were growing like a canopy, and it had like these orange blossoms on it. And the branches didn't grow up; they went to the side. And she said it was by itself in the middle, and I was thinking, Garden of Eden. But anyway, she wants to get one of those maybe and put it in her front yard. And so she was telling me about it on the day I was sewing her couch up. And then I guess to test to see if I was upset, she brought it up again. Oh, I saw that tree again, and this time I went out and looked at it, and it's really nice, and I wish I could get one of those. And I said, hey, you could probably still look and see it when you go back to Home Depot. Ask them what that's called, or you can Google it and find out what it's called, and then maybe get one. And my guess when she seen that I wasn't tripping, and I just went to throwing out the rest of my meat and making my burgers and making my fries and go off into my room and watch my programs like I normally do. But yeah, I saw how she was trying to test it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't get her anything, and we both came back with food, and she has to cook her own. So what? I cook every day almost. So what does it matter to me? Nothing. And I'm too happy to give a damn anyway. Things are looking up, baby. I'm not tripping off of you and some damn food from outside. It ain't that serious. So her guilt made her go the extra mile. That's all that was. I told you, there's nothing ever done out of the kindness of our heart. It's always a guilty thing. Which is the reason why the punishment was, it made me seem small, but listen to this. She wanted some clogs. She went to look for the clogs. The clogs outside were 30-something and above. Both men and female. Didn't have the right fit. She needs them wide at the top and all this other kind of thing. So she ended up ordering them, or I ordered them, on Amazon, $29.99 each. And then the other one was $19.99, and she got one pair of the $19.99 and two pair of the $29.99. And turned around yesterday when she, no, the day before yesterday, when she was out running around in the mall, when she got the slippers, she came across a store that had them in galore, and they were $10. And she was talking about, they must have just got their shipment in. Or maybe that's where they have them for $10. I went to Walmart, I went to Target, and yet still didn't find them, and got them off of Amazon. And one of the pair they sent was too small. And the other two pair that she got for the $29.99 are very narrow at the top, not wide like she wanted them. And so she ended up with the one pair that's somewhat decent that she said she wore out yesterday. But instant karma. Instant karma. When you're being wicked for no reason to a person who is nothing but nice. I mentioned sewing up her leather couch. Way back when my son, who is now 22, came out with me, when he was 14 years old, she had a small split in her couch and some stitching right in the area where people tend to sit all the time and where he plops down. So I've been telling her I was going to stitch it up, waiting for her to give me the thread and needle, which she never did. So eventually she gave it to me, and I stitched it up the day before she went out and couldn't find my phone number to call. It's funny. Let's go on to the back and take a look-see at our tent today. I am happy, though. I got my doctors. I'm going to have all my prescriptions by the 18th. I should have them. Or I'll go get them all filled on the 19th. My back is killing me right now. Oh my gosh. It hurts so much, it's ridiculous. It's actually disrespectfully hurting me. I'll be right back as soon as I get to the tent. It's not far. We're almost in her, well, we're in her backyard, basically. Okay. Yeah, we're in her backyard, so there it is. There it is. There's my baby. All Alright, taking my behind inside. I'm pretty sure she's up now. Blinds have been drawn. Oh my gosh, my back hurts. I'm definitely going to have to ask for some muscle relaxers when I go see these doctors. Because my lower back is really hurting me badly. Being flat foot the way I am makes my knee curve in. And because of that, it is really not aligned properly with my back. And the strain on my muscles is something crazy. Alright. We're here now. So, thank you guys for watching. I will have an update on everything that goes down. Probably even do some recording when I go see my doctors. I know for the psych doctor, I'm definitely recording that. And the cardiologist. Primary, not so much. Yeah, he was out. He was out. The top is locked and it wasn't locked before. Could have been out smoking a cigarette, but I think he went down the street. I've seen what looked like her car going past me when I was on the way to the supermarket. I mean, not to the supermarket, but to Dollar General. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay. Alright, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. And I will be back maybe tonight in the tent or after doctor's appointments. Alright? Love all y'all out there. Leave a comment down below. See you later.